Okay, the test I wanted to do on the ribs. The ribs should be lighter bones. So I wanted to try a couple of cleavers out. Here's the production cleaver. And we'll go through the end. And there's hardly any edge damage on that at all. There's a flat spot right in here where the, oh no, it's a roll. Just a very slight roll. So like I said, that is a American cutlery cleaver. So now I'll try mine out of 1095. And there are two very, very small chips right there. Probably one sharpening would take care of it. I can't imagine anybody's going to use a cleaver on elk bones though, so that's pretty exciting. Now this test is one I've always wondered about. With swords, everybody always says that you're supposed to go through the ribs with your blade parallel to the ribs. And if you don't, that the blade can get stuck in between the ribs. So we're going to try that. Hopefully I can balance it all with the camera right over there. Okay, so that didn't reach the other side. It didn't quite get up to the widening portion. It looks like it cut through the cartilage on the sides of the ribs, but didn't actually cut the bone itself, and it didn't stick. There we go. We got clean through the ribs, both sides. Now the widest portion of the blade is inside the cavity there. It looks like we did get some. We went about a quarter of the way through the ribs on either side. And the blade is stuck. Not really all that bad though. There we go again, clear through. Oh, that time it actually cut through one of the ribs, and then again cut about a third of the way through this one and about a quarter of the way through that one, and the blade came out real easy. I'll try one more up here. The widest portion of the blade almost went through. Of course, this is some damage. That's where the shot was that I took on this elk. And it did sever. It severed two ribs up here, and the blade came out real nice and easy. So now let's try my gladius and see how the point shape on that one is. This one has more of a rounded point. Might have hit part of the spine on that one, but it did cut through one of the ribs. That cut went through one of the ones from the cold steel gladius. This one's sticking a bit more when it comes out, and I believe the cause for that is that the gladius, or the cold steel gladius, is flat stock with a edge bevel on either side. So this is all flat. This one, the grind goes from the edge clear up to the middle of the blade on both sides, so it's more of a diamond shape. Now we'll go through the spine. No visible edge damage there. Now with the cold steel. The cold steel is about a full pound lighter than what my gladius is. So while it's an awful lot faster, it doesn't have the momentum to carry it through. Yeah, there's nothing on that edge. Well, I mean, it's obviously dull, but there's no actual damage to the edge itself. Now the rest of these bones, I'm going to, it's really warm out right now for the end of October, so I'm going to go ahead and store them outside, let them freeze and season a little bit, and then I'll come back and do the test all over again and see the difference between relatively fresh bones and seasoned bones and frozen bones. And that should give me, with all the measurements that I'm going to take when I get home, of the damage of the different blades, the different steels and everything, that should give me a really good idea of about what edge thickness the steel needs to be able to chop through bone. Not that you would normally chop through bone, but my pack knife, I ended up splitting the pelvises on 2 of the elk with it. Took one of the forelegs off instead of going through the joint just for fun. Other than that, I don't really see a big reason to chop through bone, but it's kind of interesting to see what thickness and what hardness is going to be needed to be able to chop it. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it.